Welcome in everybody to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by our friends at Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Matt Loddick, as we look back at Sunday's win over Elon, look ahead to the community game coming up on Wednesday. But let's start with Sunday, and let's start with Nick Edwards. 13 assists in the game. It was the most assists by a Valpo player in a game since the mid-1980s. How important is he right now with some of your injuries at the point guard position, and what did you see from Nick on Sunday?
Well, I thought Nick, took the challenge, right? I mean, obviously, you look down there, you got 2 point guards out. We had some contingency plans, some backup plans there. But the plan going in was we're going to ride Nick as long as we can. And he does have that passing gene. He's able to, get two defenders on him. He's obviously is, someone that can create for himself. He's had moments doing that very effectively as a scorer. And so I think the teams just have to honor that. Got guys going he was stuck on 13. He had a lot of time there left too. I thought it might be possible that he could actually get a couple more, but it was a good game for him. Hopefully something he can build on, build some confidence and keep it going.
Speaking of someone trying to build on a game, how about Connor Barrett after his game on Sunday? Knocked down a few shots in double figures for the first time over the last few seasons. What did you see from him, and where's he at right now in terms of his role with your team?
Yeah, honestly, I've seen what Connor's done in practice, and again, I'm a firm believer that practice translates to the games, and Connor's been practicing well. He's done a good job of spelling minutes there for Kobe, spelling minutes there for Quentin, and if we can get another guy that can consistently knock down some jumpers, that we have some confidence in, to give those guys some much needed rest. I mean, it's going to be huge for our rotation.
You built up an 18-point lead and you were able to hold on and win the game. But maybe what's the next step with the program of being in that spot where you have the 18-point lead and can put somebody away or pull away late?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Brandon, it's just a little bit of just different things that we haven't seen, right? Number one, they played exclusively zone, so that was something that we were able to prep for. I thought we attacked it really well to start the game, and then they extended that zone. They kind of got up in the passing lanes a little bit, and it just got us back on our heels. We started turning the ball over. They got some confidence, some easy baskets, and so for us, it's like, okay, well, maybe next time we see someone extend the zone, we're going to know exactly what to do. And so, part of the learning process, again, it's always good to, get wins. Elon's done that to, their record doesn't really, show exactly how many games that they've been in. They do what they showed at our place is exactly how they played pretty much every single game. And so proud of our guys to hang on. I do think we were able to build that lead because we were getting stops pretty much all night. And so, other than just when we were giving them the ball there for that stretch, but, we got to continue to build our defense, continue to guard, and the offense is going to continue to get better as we get more comfortable with one another.
I think last time we talked about what it had been like to be on the road so much. Now it's a stretch where with finals and holidays and a few home games, you have 17 days in a row at home or sleeping in your own beds. What has this stretch been like so far, and how important is it to have this time going into conference play, to be at home and to have some practice time and to avoid some travel here for a while?
Yeah, I mean, I think what gets lost a little bit when you're traveling that much, and you just miss a lot of practice time. I mean, you just do. And so when you're home, as much as we've had consistent practices and we've been able to get better because of those. And so we just got to continue to build on it. Obviously, this is a good stretch for us. We're going to be home for a while, so we can continue to practice. After our game on Wednesday, we are going to, separate there for a couple of days. Some guys are going to go home and get some much needed rest. And then we have, the conference grind. And so again, a little harder to get good practices in that just because you're kind of constantly, playing, prepping. So this was big for us. We needed this time.
Community Day coming up on Wednesday, Christmas at the Arc. For those watching, we hope everyone will visit valpoathletics.com/tickets, free Santa hats for the first 400 fans, discounted tickets. It was a great atmosphere last year for that game and hope for the same this year. Let's talk about the game, though. What can you tell us about Stonehill, and maybe what are some keys for Wednesday?
Well, Stonehill is, they play a style that not many teams play anymore, right? They really play 5-out motion. There's not a lot of ball screens being set. They've got a lot of skill, pretty much at 1 through 5. And so, they present a lot of challenges because they just do stuff that's a lot different than most teams are doing. But they've been able to score at a pretty high rate. They've been in, pretty much every game that they've played. And I think, the game I just watched today, they, took Boston College down to the wire at their place. So they're a very, very good team and someone that's playing pretty well right now. And, we're going to, be out of our comfort zone there a little bit in this game. So we need all the support we can get those fans out there for that community game and cheer loud for Valpo.
There is the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Matt Loddick. You heard us both mention it a moment ago, but it is a noon start time, a special midday start right around the holidays, kick off a week of holiday fun out at the Arc on Wednesday. And we'll talk to you again next time on Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.